gonna start. Okay. There was enough anticipation. The calendar has gone out, and everybody knows about our daily calls. We have to keep the schedule going because we all have busy schedules. So I'm gonna start. So basically, my name is Manuel Sanchez. Uh, I've been with Lifestyle for 9 years. The second partner in Lifestyle, and with my partner Dennis and George, we manage Kendall. For all of those that I don't know, I would like to meet you. I've been kind of away a little bit, preparing my team. Now that everything's under control, I want to get out there more like I used to and start meeting a lot of you guys. There's some partners that I don't know and stuff like that, so I want to get to know everybody. But a little bit about myself. I came into this business in 2016. George was telling me about opening up or whatever. I said I joined him. I've been here since. In the beginning, it was a little rough, but like after the first year, I started getting a grip of what it was like, and ever since then, I've been doubling my pay every year. So George can attest to that. You can fact check me, do whatever you want. Thank you guys for logging on, and let's get this thing started. So the name of this um call training is a day in the life of a listing agent. Now, usually you have your typical listing agents that teach you how to prepare for a listing appointment or teach you how to go through cold calls and stuff like that. I do it as well, but I wanted to do a little bit about what I do in my day to prepare for the day. Or, I'm going to take you from waking up to going to sleep. A lot of the stuff is pretty much systematic. I kind of do the same thing every day. It didn't start as a system, but I noticed that it's just my routine and I like it. So I'm gonna start off. The first thing I do in the morning, I'll start off from the morning to night, and then at night there's stuff that carry on to the morning to get you going. Okay. So the first thing that I do is I wake up really early. I like to wake up around 5 a.m. I need the help of an alarm clock. I realistically wake up around 6 or 7 without it. I want to get more into waking up at 5. The reason why I want to wake up at 5 is because you all know the phrase, the early bird gets the worm. And that's absolutely true. Before you guys are even thinking about grabbing your toothbrush, I already went through 20 calls and at least got one prospect to go visit. Um, I'm not saying this in any way to act like I'm better. I'm just consistent. Okay. I'm not the best agent in Florida, but you know what? I'm consistent. Nobody can say that I'm not consistent with the things that I do. And I keep showing up every day. All right. So the waking up part, you want to beat everybody to the office. You're already on everything, before everybody else is. So what I do is I wake up in the morning, um, and I have my alone time. I meditate. I'm a firm believer in God. I'm a Christian, so I give God thanks, every day for having me on earth one more day. And I'm very faith based, and I could be a little rough around the edges too. But you know what? I love God, and He's number one in my heart. And I feel that without Him, nothing would be possible. So every day I do a little bit of gratitude. You could do it to whatever belief you have. Uh, you so what I do basically when I meditate, um I go walking around my neighborhood. I like nature. I'll do it at the gym. When you're in the gym and you're just chilling there doing the exercise, like, you're in a good state, your blood is pumping, you get good ideas, and you're just, more successful if you have an early schedule. By the time 2 p.m. comes around, you're done with all your stuff. I'm speaking real. Like by the end of the day, that's it. Like 3 or 4 or 5, you could go do showings. Now I'm shifting a little bit where I wanna do a little bit more managing, and delegating my team. With a lot of hard work and equity, sweat and tears, we've been able to move forward. So I'm gonna be doing a little more and getting more involved. So if anybody wants to get together with me and go through anything that I may be of service to you, I'm here for that, guys. So the meditation part is important. That it gives you a lot of time to think about the day and what you're gonna do. And that's just a good thing to have, because you have the time. Even if you fuck up in the morning, you have time to fix it. because it's so early. Nobody's awake. No title company is gonna pick up your call at that time in the morning. You know, you may have some connections that last out title of New World, but 5, 6, 7 a.m. I don't see nobody calling like that. Usually title opens up around 9. Lenders, I guess realtors are the only ones really around the clock. I do both, so I could tell you that. Now after the whole meditation thing, I get ready. I showered. I already meditated. I did everything. I get in my car. When I'm in my car, that's my alone time. Now you have to be very tough on yourself. If you have a place to go and you really want to hit a goal, you can't be waking up to listen to Bad Bunny. Shout out to Levan. I know he's a great producer and he listens to Bad Bunny. That's my guy right there. But guys, no, I'm being serious. When it comes to learning and you're new and stuff like that, you want to capture as much as you can. I'll give you a little bit of my story, and George could even tell you this. When I first started, I didn't know anything. There wasn't a lot of people, and pretty much nobody knew anything. Like George knew, the manager knew, but like some questions were still unanswered, and all I did was show up, show up, show up, show up, and little by little started watching things. So I learned a lot other than from other people. I learned a lot from watching things, going on YouTube, desperation of not knowing what to do as a new agent. So like I've been hit with everything. I could get through pretty much anything. I've been through it. And it's just because I'm out there, like my demeanor is a little bit aggressive when it comes to negotiating and stuff like that. So, but I'm very tactful and I always come in with the right strategy for the right situation. I'm gonna do another training. I'm gonna ask George if I could do it once we do it, maybe the next month of the calls. I'm gonna get into what I actually do to prepare for a listing appointment and stuff like that. But this is just to keep going on how much I do in my day by waking up early and having a good schedule. So in the car, I listen to audiobooks. Right now, I'm listening to John Maxwell, and the book is John Maxwell 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. This guy is great. I've read The Leadership. He's also a Christian guy. I believe used to be a pastor. And that I really identify with the way this guy is. I'm in leadership. I like to help people. It's my nature. I feel like if you serve, um I don't know, you get paid back tenfold. Like sometimes I've been in a situation where I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I just come with a heart of gratitude and I give, and I usually get blessed back. So that's just a little bit. um the whole thing about the audiobooks, I try to do one or two a month. There's times that I even tried to do four. The best time that I ever had in real estate with sales was in 1 month. I did, I think, 8 sales. It was 2018. It was just volume, not the best month money wise, but in volume, I did 8 deals. I think in 1 month. We could verify that if you like. And it was just because I was waking up, going to the gym, eating right. For those of you that have been here for a long time, you could remember that I lost like 60 pounds. I was going heavy on the keto. I was motivated every day. I was coming in at 5 in the morning. I was eating those books, and you're unstoppable. What happens sometimes when you grow a little bit, you get a little bit complacent. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been times that I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm good with what I make. But now I'm like, man, forget that. Do I really want to be good, or do I want to leave a legacy behind? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? We're not on earth forever, so I'd rather leave a legacy and do something where people can say, damn, man, he really snapped when he was around. Look what he built. Ba 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 ba. You know, that's important for me and my family, because I would be the first person in my family to be this successful, coming from nothing. And I grew up in a trailer park. So I really came from nothing, nothing. And money isn't everything, guys, but like George told me once, it'll help you solve problems. So the more prepared you are, the better it is. You want to, do things wholeheartedly or don't do them. Don't come in this thinking that this is an easy paycheck. There's a lot of effort that you have to put behind this. If that's going to be you and you're going to doubt yourself and you're going to doubt everything and you don't change your mindset, you might as well quit now, because it's only going to get harder with time. Okay, sorry for being blunt, but I'm like that. I have a team and I expect the best from these guys. Some people have fallen off the team, some people are still on, but the people that are on, and they're committed, I promise you I'm giving them the best of me. And it all comes with like having this type of energy and schedule and mindset, because it's a mindset of a winner. Nobody's winning by waking up at freaking 1 in the afternoon and starting their day. So that's, at least to me. So some people may, but I don't know, it's not very likely. Now, while you're at the gym, guys, um the gym is very therapeutic. It lets you think a lot. You meet a lot of people. Look, today I went to Lifetime. I started going. I told the guys, the only thing that I'm lacking in my life is my health. Not my health, just my weight. I'm overweight. I know that I'm gonna be 41 years old this month on the 24th of the month. If anybody wants my cash app, I'm gonna put it up. Not just kidding. I'll be 41 this month, guys, and I feel really good. I've been to the doctor. I've done all my checkups. I'm super healthy, but I know that this gut, the one, it's ugly. I've been around for a long time, and I've known that successful people, that are fit, usually get more respect than people that are overweight. And it's just like it may be fucked up or whatever, but I believe that if you're in the best shape of your life and you're doing all these things, like, you look disciplined, you look like money. The good thing with me is that I have a great demeanor and I know what the heck I'm talking about. But if I was just a fat guy that didn't, bring any value or anything like that, I'm pretty sure I'll get overlooked over a person that's fit, that looks like they're determined. So it all takes toll. You have to take care of yourself, guys, and your health is your wealth. Why do I want to be a millionaire if I don't have the shelf life to enjoy it? You know what I'm saying? So in the gym, it's a place that's socially rich, especially if you're going to a high-end gym. You think I want to sign up to Lifetime and pay $180 something dollars? No. I could go to freaking Planet Fitness and get the same workout. But you know what? The type of people that are going to that gym are spending a lot of money. You hear conversations you could butt in. The sauna is going to be your best friend. There's usually five guys in there at this place. It's not co-ed, so it's usually five guys. You strike up a conversation about anything, another guy chimes in. You keep doing this, and you may have people just reach out. I'm gonna start making shirts for my team that are creative. I see on there, just to give you an example, a guy, Spartan Detox. That guy has a freaking QR code in his back, and he's the loudest guy in the gym. But everybody knows this guy. He's always walking around. I saw him today actually. I said, "What's up?" Um, and everybody knows him. I want to do the same thing. I'm doing it for my team. I'm gonna have the little logo in the back. Ask me about real estate, whatever it is. Um, that could bring you business. So the gym is a good spot. Not only does it get you healthy, you'd be socially rich, surrounding yourself around the right people. Now, mind you, I did those things all before 7 o'clock. The next thing I do, guys, is that I have breakfast at 7. I usually order from Yumwich, the little local store here, or I want to avoid wasting time. This morning I had an avocado toast and a not cafe con leche, a regular coffee at Lifetime. Lunch, I was blessed enough. My girl passed by and left me lunch, so I don't even have to go out. Sometimes it's a blessing not having to go out because you need the time, but sometimes get out there because you can't be a secret agent. Get out there, let people see you. My recommendation is to keep frequencing the same spots. The other day I went to the bagel shop here. I always go to that bagel shop. Every time I go, I talk to somebody. It's not a high ticket item. Everybody eats bagels. I'm in the line. For those of you who know me, I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'7". This guy looks at me. He's like 6'5". I'm like, no, 6'7". He's like, oh man, starts talking. What do you do? Blah blah blah. I sat down with the guy. It ended up being that I feel like this was like a divine appointment. The guy ended up being Christian. We had a nice talk. He was a retired cop. We had a beautiful talk about like our life stories and stuff like that. The guy invited me to his church, and now that's a person that I'm gonna have a connection with. That is a genuine connection that may bring benefit. You know, every time you're going places, make sure you have business cards, guys. I've been lacking lately because I have the digital one. There's some people that don't use that, and they want to have. I suggest having the real business card, even though it's old fashioned, it still works. Um, so that's what I do. I try to get somebody when I'm having breakfast. At least talk to somebody. If you frequent the same spot, most likely if you figure out the combination of the time when that person comes, you could go every time and strategically. Oh, hey, every time I go there, I see this guy around 12:30. I'm gonna go 12:30 to Earl's because he's there every time. In the bagel spot, coño, I went 3 times, and I remember. Oh, coño, sorry, I'm Cuban, so coño is damn. Like damn, I went 3 times, and this guy's been there. So now I got his number at 11:30. This guy shows up. Boom, I'm gonna go every day at 11:30, and then you strike conversation, guys. People are they're curious. If you go dress nice and you have a good demeanor like me, I pop out, and I'm just tall, so people look at me, and then I spark up conversation. Sometimes it's even been a confrontation where somebody has skipped me, turn it around, and I befriend that person. um so that's breakfast, guys. Remember, it's only 7:30 now. So now I go to the office and I start busting out calls. From 8 to 10, I start busting out calls. That's all we do. We're focused on listings, and that's all we want to do. The reason why we're focused on listings is because listings give you all the control. If for those of you that work buyers, you could see that the buyers are a little bit more difficult. They say buyers are liars and you have to list to exist. I believe that's absolutely true because I could say, all right, cool, yeah, back out. I have the contract. Like, you could always put them under pressure. You have the control, okay? Like, I'm not a bully, but when people play games, I'm like, oh, okay, you want to do that? I'm not gonna give you an extension, or I'm not gonna do this, or you want to do the deal is gonna be in these terms, and I'm very good at that. So, guys, I start at 8, at 10. So I'm calling continuously. It doesn't matter if I call one person and it takes me 2 hours with that person on the phone. The whole thing is that I'm calling continuously. Okay. Do I do it perfect every day? No. Do my guys do it perfect every day? No. Do sometimes people eat shit and come and don't do anything? Yes. But the whole thing, I'm trying to build a culture here in Kendall along with my partners to have people coming in that are committed, that are ready to work, and that want to take off. I added 3 new people to my team. They've been coming in every day. I've been having a little session here and teaching these people. I want them to grow. I'm gonna expand, and in expanding my team, I expand lifestyle, I expand the culture. People are coming into the office again more and more. Um, and I love it. So I got motivated. I like this whole thing with the calls every day. Guys, I'm a person that is doing well for themselves, and I'm on these calls every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm emphasizing that because some people, like, they want to be successful, but they don't want to do what it takes. Everybody that's doing this call on the daily already went through the trenches. We had the worst times of our life, maybe some of the best times of our life. Maybe we haven't even hit the best time of our life, you know. And things are crazy. Inflation's coming. I'd rather be in a good position where I have a good amount of money on my side because I worked my ass off. And if shit hits the fan, you know what? I'm covered. Um, does anybody want to chime in? Am I talking too much? Is it too much? Anything that you guys have questions on? I'll take a little impromptu to answer questions. Anybody? Let me see the chat. Okay. Amen. Amen. Good. All right. Wait a couple.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So you mentioned earlier that you were living in a trailer park, and
Hmm.
I'm extremely embarrassed because I am overweight and I live in a trailer park myself.
No, there's no need to feel that way. I feel that the trailer park that I came out of, uh, I still go back all the time. I have the fondest memories there. But you know what? I'm being honest, and telling you a little bit about myself. I came up there, and that's what built me to be the way that I am now. So for me, it's a power thing that I could come from a trailer park to now, running an office that makes $500,000 a year. Like, I feel awesome about that. I'm overweight. Like, it is what it is. I'm talking about my personal experience. I'm not trying to be condescending to anybody. So I apologize if you feel that I said that in a way that I shouldn't have. It wasn't my intention. I use myself as an example so that you know where I'm at and how I feel about it, because you know what? It's the truth. Obesity is at an all-time high. So I don't want to die from a heart attack at 40 years old. So I bring awareness, you know. Uh, thank you for chiming in. Anybody else? What list or who you calling from 8 to 10? Wouldn't you like to know, Ivan? Nah, brother. So basically, I'm gonna be upfront. I pay for Z Buyer. I pay for Realtor.com. I used to do Zillow. I don't do it anymore. I get into onto all the different things. Home.com, Avail for rentals. Um, a little bit of everything, guys. It takes a little bit of everything. There's nothing right or wrong, you know. You just got to keep pushing. I hardly graduated high school, and I'm here, and I'm so grateful because somebody fired me, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna be that person. I'm never working for anybody again. My first year was hard. I was broke as shit. I was doing Uber, but you know what? I got with the right people. I got with the right mindset, and I thrived, and I'm gonna continue thriving, and I'm coming. So these other brokerages better be careful because we're coming fast. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Does that answer your question with the list, Ivan?
Yeah, brother. Thank you, man.
Okay. Thank you guys for the kind comments. Uh, okay, cool. Elizabeth, thank you. I read that. That's heartfelt. I appreciate that. And you too could be great. You know, there's a lot of opportunity here. Everybody's here to try to help, and we're a big culture. We're family. Trust me, what we're doing, nobody else is doing. Okay. So I'm gonna get back to this because I don't want to. I'm at 23 minutes. I think I'm okay on time. I was a little anxious because I've never done this, but you know what? For those of you who know that I'm blunt. I'm straight. I don't hide anything. If I have to tell you something in your face, I will. I'm that guy. So let me see. Somebody wrote basically cold calling will be the point to get listings. Yes. So cold calling, I could get into a whole new training about cold calling, and I will. When it comes time to do this call again, I'm gonna ask the next time around that I do it on cold calling, and I'll show you what it is that we do um on the phones. Like it's amazing. My guys have grown so much. We've been in the trenches. We've been quiet. I'm not one to try to flex on anybody. You know, I know where I stand. I know where other people stand. There is competition. There is people doing better. But you know what? I don't care. I know what I'm doing, and I know what my team is doing, and I know that we're doing awesome things to be great, and we're giving back. So that's what matters to me. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right because you're always gonna lose focus and you're gonna slow down. Okay, guys. Um, let me see. So okay, so I was at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m., I get up from my seat and I walk around. Okay. Um, I'll take a lap. Usually the guys and I will be like, hey, what's up? You want to take a lap? And the lap is here in Kendall, there's a whole bunch of buildings, right? In the big thing that goes around like a square. And we take a lap, we walk. One thing, it gets us breathing, it gets us moving our body, circulation, it gets us talking. We do the walk usually to McDonald's to get a little coffee, to get a pick-me-up, and the walk back. It's about 5 to 10 minutes of your day where you're just taking little breaks. You know, if you need it again throughout the day, like don't burn yourself out. I used to be a guy that used to work my ass off in a company doing reports. One day I did a whole box like that of just paper. Imagine loose leaf paper like this, typing every line to comply for a hospital because I used to work with ACA and big companies for fire, and like my job, a lot of people's lives depended on the safety, right? So I would get so stressed. Back then I used to smoke cigarettes and twitch and everything from so much stress. So you have to step away sometimes, guys. If you feel like you're burnt out and you have the means, go off for the weekend, stay in a hotel. Groupon has nice places for like $100. Just go, throw yourself in the pool, go to the beach, do whatever it takes. Sometimes I take a week off. I like to work really hard for a long time, then take off and let my team handle everything, you know? In the car business, there used to be this thing. A lot of the car people here could tell you where it's floor time. We never did it at Honda, but basically the manager would give you his phone, and whatever business would come in, you would handle it. I wonder if we could do it in real estate. It would be crazy. Or if you'll get my girlfriend complaining or something, or my mom telling me what to do. but that'll be fun. Um, you know, I try to be creative, guys, with everything that I do. Let's go back. All right, so after we take the breather, shake it off, and let's go again around noontime. Same as breakfast. You go to a quick place for something, you try to get something quick, you try to be social, you either save time or you go to a place where you could talk to the people and start a conversation. It doesn't have to be crazy expensive. There's places here that people frequent that'll be super beneficial. Like, I'll give you an example. uh a lot of the times we go to Chicken Kitchen. That's in the corner. We meet the same people every time we go there. The guys like, "Hey, what's up, big boss?" Like, they know us. It's not the best place because that place, like, you don't get nothing there. But sometimes, we'll go to Earl's, Hillstone, any restaurant. I like to do hibachi 100%, like I said before, because hibachi, you're in a table with like 10 different strangers, and you could say anything. Like, "Hey man, I like your shirt, whatever." Like, and people out of nature, they just want to talk. Um, so let me see. We're still cold calling all the way to like 3 p.m. Okay, 3 p.m. I don't call no more. I would do a whole bunch of calls, um, and we cut it off so that we could already start working on what we have to do around the evening, which is showing properties. I'm trying to delegate showings and paperwork so that I could give a little bit more of my time for negotiating and more appointments. So that's just what I'm doing. But let me see here. Look at my notes. Da, 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 da. Okay, so from 3 to 4, I follow up with like loose ends, like email stuff like that. Remember, I said that all these companies close, title, lender, and all that. So you want to make sure you get these people before 5 p.m. to make sure that if there's any urgency on any of your things, that you're getting covered, and that it gets done before 5, because God knows that client is like, "Oh, you told me you were gonna call me. It's 6 o'clock and you haven't given me the numbers of what I'm gonna be paying." Blah blah blah. Super pissed. So if you do stuff with time, guys, you'll always be on time. Try to be ahead of the game so that you know before the things come that they're coming, and that you could prepare yourself to be efficient. Okay. Um, 4 p.m. Okay, so from 4, basically 2 hours, from 4 to 6, I do any showings or anything like that. I schedule those because, like I said, I started so early in the day. Like, look, it's 2 o'clock and I already feel like I'm done, you know? And I'm not. I have a whole bunch of stuff to do. And then if you do stuff like this, the way that I see it, from Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, you could chill a little bit more, and if you do it correctly, you don't even have to work on the weekends. I work all the time because, like, the way that I am is like, "Oh, I gotta do a showing. Okay, I'll go really quick." I schedule everything for the morning or the evening, and I do whatever I have to do. Hang out with my family. That's very important, guys. Everything can be work. You have to give time to your family. I just talked to somebody the other day that was telling me that everything is great, business is great, but they're kind of going through it at home because they don't have time for their family, you know? And that sucks because I don't want to be a lonely rich guy. You know what I'm saying? I want my family to love me. I want my family to support what I do. I want my family to be a part of my life, and I want to show them that I care. Money can never take over what you could build, because my best memories are not with money. My best memories, I was broke, but money helps. Right now, if I didn't have money, a lot of people will crumble. So I have no other choice. I got to work my ass off, but I also reward myself for working my ass off. After those showings are up, guys, by 6 p.m., I'm trying to have dinner with my family. Realistically, mostly at home, a couple nights out of the week, pa la calle, to the street. You know, it's good to go out there, like, the same boring routine every day, like those guys that bring six meals to work and every day they're eating rice and beef, like rice and beef, rice and beef, rice and beef. If they don't switch it up, it gets tiring. So like, being out there and getting your mind off of things, a change of scenery, a waitress that was nice to you, that'll get your mind in a good mind state. Something positive may come from that. So don't knock that 100%. It's good. Um You see. Okay, so around 8 or 9 p.m. Uh, I'm just at that time, unless I have something to do, I'm just trying to learn something, educate myself. Nowadays, I'm doing very little TV. I'll catch a series sometimes. I like biographies, documentaries, interesting things, things that you could learn, fun facts, stuff like that. So I'm that guy that I have a lot of good thoughts, but sometimes it's hard to execute because I'm not techy, but I know what I want to do. So I feel like if I wish I had a person that was good at the other side, and I'll just feed them all the ideas, and I will get a lot of these stuff done and probably 10 times my business. But little by little, I'm not complaining. Little by little, you add more and more, and you grow every day. As long as you're growing, if that's what matters. Because if something that you learn, they can never take it back from you. My dad tells me all the time, every day try to learn something, even if it's something small. At least you know a little bit about everything, and it's true. I've always been like that, and people were like, "Man, you have so much information," and it's just like me being interested in a whole bunch of different things. When I first started, guys, I used to go to like all the classes from the board. I honestly recommend that because I used to do it and I learned a lot like that. I'll go be like, all right, I'm gonna get my continuing education. I'll do 5 hours here, 3 hours there, go here, learn about this and learn about this investment thing, go to this RIA thing, go to this small business startup, go to this crypto, like whatever it is. I was learning. Um, After I made my first 100,000, I started realizing that it was way easier to make money. And I was like, man, if I could do 100, I could do 1 million. So I'm on my way there. I'm not gonna stop till I get it. And once you're successful, money calls money, as they say. Dinero llama dinero. So you're gonna have a lot of opportunities, people coming to you to try to venture and do things. You're gonna be able to buy out businesses, everything, invest. You know, so that's what it's about. Back to the time frame. So yeah, I do mostly YouTube. I don't do a lot of Audible, and I try to stay away from the Matrix. And I'm not talking MLS. I'm talking about Instagram, Facebook, all of that stuff. Believe it or not, every time you go like this, that they're programming you to do that. Your brain is releasing dopamine. If you do it, you feel good, and then like you get so impatient, you want to see the 30-second story in 15 seconds. If they had the option for 2 seconds, you'll do it. You want to see the next thing. So they got us hooked, guys. You got to be careful because your mental is very important, and every time you do that, your brain releases dopamine, which is a feel good drug, and that's not good because you're pumped up with dopamine, your body's not winding down, and you're going and going. I'll give you a reference. An overheated car is gonna shut down until it cools off. Same thing with your brain. So around 10 o'clock, I try to turn everything off, and I don't even want one light in the room. I want to wind down. I want to get that sleep. Sleep, I think, to me is very important. I want to get at least 7 hours. Okay, and I'm like, people say, damn, bro, you're always awake. Like, yeah, call me at 10. I'm not awake. Like, I go to sleep early. A lot of people think I just don't want to talk to them and don't pick up the phone. I go to sleep early. 9, I'm already in bed. I try to be up by 5. Now I'm getting tighter with my schedule. I went to the gym today. I feel good. I feel energized. I stuck my feet in the cold plunge to my ankles. I didn't feel like going in today, guys, but I don't know. I like the refresh feel. That shock to the body is good, so I stuck my feet in. But yeah, I really want to make a change when it comes to my health. So guys, document this day because I gotta do it. If not, all of you can hold me accountable. Um, Let me see if I have anything else for you guys. I finished pretty fast, but that's fine. I got everything out. Let's see. Yeah, so basically what I wrote here on 10 is hard. Like, okay. The whole thing about the shutting down. If you could teach your brain like better habits, it'll be better. If you're like reading versus watching TV, it'll be better. If you're learning something, versus watching a movie. It'll be better. Try to do things that are just gonna add to your life and not take away. You know, you can still have fun, guys, but you know what? Like, live your life. Make the money to change your life. We're only here for a certain amount of time. Make sure that the quality of the life that you're living is to your full potential. You don't want to be in this and just get by. Think about how much more you could do by being successful with your family, taking them on trips, making memories, because that's what it's all about. There's no special potion, guys. This training was just for you guys to know uh what a day looks like for me. I said that the day in the life of a listing agent because I do mostly listings. That's what I work for. And I just wanted to give you like a good idea of what it would look like, what the schedule looks like. Um, I haven't seen too many trainings on this. Could you guys give me some input? I want to get some questions out from you guys, and I want to answer as much as I can and help you out. If you guys want a one-on-one, let me know anything that I could do to help you out. My number is 786-299-8809. Okay, I just posted it. My email is info@callthebeard.com. I just posted that. Um, so guys, any questions? I appreciate you all coming out. I love to see the faces. Thank you for everybody that supported me. It means a lot. I started off a little anxious, but you know what? I feel good. Oh, the number. Oh, I missed the number. Okay, I got you. 8809. Got it. See. Elizabeth, I see your hand up. Do you have a question or is oh, okay. I got it. The one about the number. Perfect. Anybody else? Any information you need? Any
Actually,
questions
I
you
have
have?
other questions I had as well.
You-
I had two questions posted. What do you do to limit the distractions when you're home with your family in the beginning? Like I have a 4-year-old. I love her, but she's very distracting.
A 4-year-old, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So just lock her in the bathroom. Not just kidding. Man, like be strategic. That's why waking up early is important because is your 4-year-old up at 5 in the morning?
No, I'm talking like when I do the phone calling, like between like the
Oh,
hours
in
of
the day.
10.
Okay, you do the calls from home and you have your kids at home, right? You have your kid at home with you.
Yes.
I mean, it's difficult because it all depends. It all depends on the kid. I would say, um, bargaining. Hey, look, I have to work this amount of hours. If you're quiet and you help me out, then I'll take you out to play at this place on Saturday or whatever. Try to compromise with them. There's really no other way but getting them out or in a daycare or school or something. Like I don't have any you have to have the silence, so it all depends. You know your child best. I think it would be best just to create a time where they're getting taken care of by somebody else in the family, or you set up some type of system where you could always do your calls and still be with your kid, or.
Okay. And then the second question I got, and I don't know if you sing a lot. I do a lot of commercial properties, and like they tend to be like off market. Like, hey, I want a non-solicited offer. Do not put my stuff on the MLS because just send me the offer. So when you do the listing where it's like um they want it very hush hush the uh until they walk away with their money.
Yeah, okay, so if you want, reach out to me privately because I want to talk about what I covered in this meeting, but that's a valid question. I do have an answer for you. Send me a text and I'll answer you after this is over. Okay, commercial is a little bit more complex because people have to do the NDAs and they don't want people to take their clients. So that's why it gets a little bit like that. In my opinion, I have only dabbled a little bit. I'm not an expert. There's an expert in lifestyle, Fran from New Jersey. You could always reach out to her. I'm pretty sure she would be more than glad to help you out. but call me anyways. I'll try my best, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No worries, thank you. Anybody else?
Hi, sorry, it's Evelyn. Can I say something to Elizabeth?
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead, Evelyn.
Elizabeth, I used to work in preschool and schools, and the teachers did more when the children will nap. So probably Elizabeth can schedule her calls when her baby is napping.
Yeah, that's great. That's
So that
great.
will be a quiet time for her, and she'll have more done. I hope it helps.
Absolutely. Thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate you chiming in.
Thank you.
No worries. How can I see how many people logged in? Can anybody
Thank
tell me?
you. Thank you.
We are 36 participants right now.
36? Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and coming out to watch this. I appreciate it. It's gonna be recorded. Anything that you want to touch up on again, I'm more than glad to help you out. Again, you have my information. Thank you guys. I hope to meet a lot more of you soon and prepare to see me more involved. Okay. Thank you guys. Have a great one. Be blessed.